This is what I think about the state of the world. I think there's no such thing as the world is about to end. I don't think the world is ever going to end. I do believe that there's going to be a catastrophic event that changes the world, but that's going to be for a long ass time. Literally, because the last time something catastrophic that happened that made the world the way it is now was like, according to science, billions of years ago. So I don't think there's ever going to be a thing that is going to change the world. People have been talking about the coming of Christ for like years, centuries, and he still hasn't come. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's no need to worry about, and don't allow yourself to be manipulated, because a lot of what Christianity is was built off of manipulation to control. A lot of what humanity is based off of manipulation to control. A lot of your natures as a human is to be able to learn how to manipulate and control. Since a child, your parents raised you through manipulation and control, whether it was on a higher scale or lower scale, it doesn't matter, because like it was just a form of keeping you in a certain box to be able to make sure that you don't go and get in trouble, or you don't do things you're not supposed to do. And you know, if you can't get through to somebody, the only way to get through to them is manipulate the mind, gaslighting. You know, there's so many different ways to manipulate. I don't know all of the functions of manipulations, but I do know gaslighting for sure. Like the easiest way to manipulate somebody is just by telling them what their reality isn't, or that their reality isn't true. I personally have grown to be separate from what, like the Bible and things like that, not because it's not true, but because of what I've come to understand about the white man and his perception of the world. And not even just the white man, human beings in general. There's a lot of things that people do to manipulate the mind, like American culture. If you go anywhere else with American culture, people look at you like you're crazy. Like nobody else in other countries other than where we're from, like in the Americas, does what we do. And like, I don't know too much about Trump, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to control the Americas, and he's not going to be able to do it for long. He's only in for four years, but places like Africa, India, or Asia type shit, like Russia and all that shit, like their structures, like Europe and all that, their structures are way different. Like you go to Africa and like people just living freely on the weekends, nobody's working, holidays, nobody's working. Like people just enjoy life. I don't owe you shit. When I pay rent, I don't pay rent. If I buy my house and build my house from the ground up, it's my shit. I don't have to owe nothing to the land. The land is my land. We all are soil of the land. So why would I pay for it? Why should I pay for water? Why should I pay for fruits, vegetables, things that grow from the soil of the ground that I'm also from? If that makes sense, if you believe in the Bible. There's so many things that we can understand. Like, I don't know how death works, but I know that we turn to dust. I don't know where our soul goes. I don't know if we reincarnate, but there's something about this flesh that isn't real. So a lot of the things that fulfill this thing we call skin isn't real. So if you, in hindsight, like, well, then if you break that down into like a smaller scale or bigger scale, well, if you think about it like this, then nothing is real. Nothing that you think is real is real. Just live your life. The world is not ending. You don't have to sit in church all day and wait till he comes again. Go out there and live your life. You don't have to wipe all your sins away and write them down and think about everything you've done terrible from the day you were born. Like, you were born into a world of sin. So just live your fucking life. Experience the bad things so that you know what the good things are. And enjoy the good things so that you never put yourself in a position to go back to where you were with those bad things. If you live this life and you become rich, be rich. I don't understand. People say, oh, rich people, even rich people get depressed. Duh. Like, if I was born into riches, I wouldn't know anything but riches. So it'd be hard for me to be grateful for that lifestyle. But if I come from nothing and now I'm rich, what do you think I'm going to do with the riches? I'm going to enjoy it. If anything, I might splurge it and probably end up back where I was. That's how good I'm going to enjoy riches. And if I have riches and I now have nothing, it's like I learned how to appreciate my riches now because I didn't have anything. I lost it all. So in order to have good, you must have the bad. And in this life, that's just the ratio. There's no good without bad, and there's no bad without good. You don't know how much you miss the sun until it rains. So just live your life. The world is not fucking ending. Don't let these YouTube gurus and these pastors manipulate your mind, or anybody for that matter, manipulate your mind to make you feel like you shouldn't experience the things you need to experience in this life, because if it wasn't so, it wouldn't happen as such. If you think about it like that, if you're going to die, you're going to die. Only thing I tell you is don't have no ill will towards no man. Don't think badly about people. Don't do bad things towards people. If you're living your life and the most harm you're doing is to yourself, you're the only one that can change that narrative. If you're drinking, if you're smoking, if you're stealing, you know, if you're doing things that harm you more than others, if you steal, you're going to jail. If you smoke, that's your lungs. And if you drink, that's your liver. So when you make those choices that only affect you, as long as you're not getting drunk and beating on somebody's daughter or beating on anyone for that matter, you're smoking and you're not laying outside on the street asking for money. And if you're stealing and you can get away with it, I'm not saying it's right. Hey, I don't condone anything. I don't even condone violence. I just think that, hey, why not? You're going to learn. I don't expect everyone to believe in God. And I also believe that everybody's perception of God is their own. And if God is going to destroy the world, I'm pretty sure, like, we would know. Like, there would be, like, something that just happens to everybody's just like, bruh, without a doubt in anyone's mind, it's just going to be a certainty. Like, wow, like, the world's going to end, bruh. And there's no way for us to get around it. If this God is greater than who we think he is if he's greater than what we assume life to be now, if he's greater than the billions, if he's greater than the wind, if he's greater than the storms that come that we can't control, if he's greater than the trees that grow that were here before we were even existing, like, if that's true, then he's gonna do what he needs to do. He's gonna wipe us out if we're his creation. But that's just what I think. Moral of the story is live your freaking life. Like, go out there and do what the fuck you want to fucking do. Like, don't worry about what nobody else thinks. Don't worry about being scared. Matter of fact, the things that scare you the most, do those things. If you're scared to walk down a dark path, my nigga, walk down a dark path. Like, just do it. It's like, don't do that. Don't do it unarmed. Okay, listen. If you're scared of going to a roller coaster, go on a roller coaster. If you're scared of heights, if you're scared to jump out of a plane with a parachute. If you're scared of like really big objects, go on a fucking cruise ship. If you're scared of you're not fulfilling your goals, like, fucking make a plan that's foolproof. If you're scared to tell people how you really feel, start telling everybody how you feel. That's just my 2 cents.